Today on the channel, we finish up the Toxic Crusaders Super 7 Ultimate Edition Series 1 with the Radiation Ranger.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Here and welcome back to the channel for another Super 7 Ultimate Edition unboxing and review. And today we finish up Series 1 of the Toxic Crusaders Ultimate Editions with the Radiation Ranger. But for all your Super 7 needs and a whole lot more, make sure you're hitting up Entertainment Earth. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10% on all in-stock items. Anything over $79 does ship free. Got to get the deal out there. You guys know how that goes. And of course, we're going to do this review like we do all the reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. And then at the end of the video, we'll do some comparisons with this figure, bring out the rest of his stable mates, and we'll compare them and talk about them and all that kind of fun stuff we usually do. So without further ado, let's see the packaging. Let's see what's going on. Now, this is the one bad guy in the Series 1, as we got Toxie and Junkyard from the good guy side. Radiation Ranger here is the bad guy. So it'll be interesting to see if this line does continue. Not sure if there's a ton of Toxic Crusader fans out there. I've talked about it in the other two videos of unboxings about my history and my remembrance of this line, but I do think these look really cool and are very nostalgic, especially the coloring on these figures. So I do enjoy these, and hey, bring on Series 2. I'm definitely here for it so far. We'll see how this one does go. But you got Toxic Crusaders right there. A little different color pattern from the green stripes we had before. We get the purple and yellow here. Looks like my kid's school colors is what it looks like to me. Big bubble window, of course, all kinds of room there. Nothing too fun on the sides besides the striping. And then a very brief blurb on the back. What's it say here? Warning, this package contains Radiation Ranger, the nuclearized sinister stormtrooping soldier. So this is one of those army builders out there. This is one of those ones, if somehow it does go to clearance, if it goes to an outlet deal like on Entertainment Earth, I would not be opposed picking up a few of these guys. Just that's kind of the way it goes with army builders. I mean, not a bad idea to pick up a few of these guys at the end of the day. We got two plastic prisons here, so I'm going to cut him free. I'm going to dive in here, maybe. Maybe we're going to cut him free. We'll see what happens. Or we might just cut my fingers off. One or the other. One or the other is going to happen. So what do we got going on here? So very interesting. We got some hands, backpack, and a shield. Very cool. Some accessories. Like I said, I really love the coloring on these figures. I really do enjoy the colors. I love the bright, vibrant colors on these guys. Just very, very cool at the end of the day. See you later. Goodbye. Off to the side. There it goes. And we got the old Radiation Ranger himself. There he is. Watch out, Power Rangers. We got a new Ranger in the game here. We got the Radiation Ranger. We got some accessories. We got more hands for him. Man, choose your own hand adventure. I guess this being an army builder, if you have multiples of these, mix up the hands, change them up, do some different things if you need to. You got a little twist tie. There it is, right around the waist, holding him in. Can I pop him out? Can I get him out? Let's see. Let's see. Bam, there it is right there. See you later. Goodbye. All right, let's dive into these accessories, see what all the fuss is about with all this stuff. And I guess we'll start with the hands first. And we got all kinds of hands. So we've got two gripping hands out of the package. We got two splayed out open hands here. Nice gloved hands, gray gloved hands on this one. You get two Fists of Fury. Every figure needs a fist of some kind. We got two Fists of Fury here. And then we got two gripping hands. We got a big wide grip hand, and we got a trigger hand here. It's very important for his weapon, of course. That makes a lot of sense right there. Speaking of his weapon, here it is, man. Look at this crazy bubblegum color. This reminds me of like Bubblicious or something back in the day. Very, very pink. It almost looks like a super soaker too. You got kind of the canisters on the side. Definitely a very cool one here. You got a little cord going on, all in one color. But man, very, very bright. A lot of color to this one, and I'm here for that. And it looks like, does this go on here? Not exactly sure what these things are. Okay, I think I found it. But we got that gun there. So then we get these two little glow-in-the-dark. I assume these glow-in-the-dark. They look like they would. They're like little radiation patches or something. I don't know if they're little technical patches or what, but I am assuming They fit on the side here. Yes, okay, they fit on the side of the backpack there. Have to imagine they do glow in the dark, like I said, and I guess we'll test that in some of the glamour shots and stuff. But definitely fits on the backpack on the sides. Once again, you get a nice pinkish color, very similar to the gun on this backpack. Got the kind of radiation symbol on the back. He is a radiation ranger, after all, at the end of the day. Got some mechanical wiring, things like that, a little antenna on the top. Just definitely a very interesting backpack for this one. A little holster on the side as well. I think you can store his weapon here. If you want to hold it off to the side, you can do that. So we do have that going on. So a nice backpack for this guy. And then a shield, a very interesting one. It looks like a kind of a radiation canister, toxic waste canister, but it's cut in half and it's being used as a shield. You got that same radiation logo going on. You got radiation, mutagen, dings and dents. It's a shield that's seen some things. It's been in battle a few times. So we do get that as an accessory. Now we dive into the old Radiation Ranger here. I'm trying to figure this out now. This, I assume, yep, plugs into his back. So the backpack plugs in the top. There's 2 holes on his back. That's kind of where that goes. Whoa, as I throw it around. I'm not going to lock it all the way in now. I'm going to have some glamour shots both ways. And then you got these hoses coming out. Okay. And then the hoses connect into the back of the backpack. So that's what you got to do. You got to do that yourself. Obviously, you got to be a little careful. You don't want to pull and twist and tear these hoses off, but they do plug into the backpack is where they end up going. They're not just free hanging out there. So definitely take note of that. I will say on the back of mine, I got a little bit of a scuff. That will be hidden by the backpack, but your mileage may vary. But I got a little scuff on the back of the paint mine, a little blue marking there. So like I said, your mileage may vary. But starting off on the head on this one, of course, only one head for the Radiation Ranger. He's got some goggles going on, a big yellow helmet, I assume, kind of a hazmat suit going on. A little bit of black hair coming out of the top, which is an interesting look. Got a big chest apparatus that connects into the backpack there. You got wires popping out. You got the radiation logo on the shoulder, on the chest, all over the place. Very vibrant orange, yellow, green, blue colors on this one. Really on brand, sticking with those wild, crazy late 80s, 90s colors that were going there. Definitely an interesting one, but definitely looks like a guy in a hazmat suit getting ready to go clean up a mess or something like that. He is a Radiation Ranger after all. Big old boots on him, gray boots. Look like boots you would have. I mean, this looks like somebody that's cleaning up Chernobyl or something like that back in the day. I don't think anybody cleaned up Chernobyl. Didn't they just like abandon it? Said, see you later. Goodbye. I think some people stayed though, and there's some people that still live there, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. But definitely interesting looking here. This is an army builder, like I said. This is the one bad guy and could be the only bad guy if this line doesn't go into Series 2. I guess we'll see what happens there. Arms go all the way around on this one. You do get a bicep cut. You do get side to side at the elbows, single jointed elbows. Hands back and forth, side to side. Looking good there. Waist articulation. Big old splits if you need them. Side to side on the knees, single jointed. No boot cut. No boot cut. Ankles back forth, side to side. A very stiff, firm feeling figure. I really do like the quality of this one. Very tight joints, very good feel, very sturdy feel to this guy here. Definitely feels well made. There's no doubt about it, but definitely an interesting one. So much going on. You look at this one, you see something different each time. You see some of these orange and blue patterns going on. This big chest canister in green. You get this big old apparatus mask going there. Just a lot of cool stuff that really pops out. The pockets on the back. Just a very, very cool figure, no doubt about it. I don't know if he's the coolest of the set, but definitely is kind of cool. Mattel stand, of course, he fits on there. Use Ringside Collectibles for your Mattel stands. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. But that's the old Radiation Ranger. Feeling pretty good. Feeling good. Looking good. Definitely an army builder, though, at the end of the day. So wouldn't be bad to have 3 of these guys. I'd love to have 1 in the front and 2 on each side. I think that would be really cool. Of course, comparing him to some of his friends out there, we got old Junkyard looking good. And then you got old Toxie, the Toxic Crusader himself. Looking nice as well. Definitely between these 3, Junkyard is going to be my favorite one. There's no doubt about it. A hairy bipedal creature, man, playing all the hits for me. Toxie may have been my favorite one, but we had the Red Rage Toxie and the Toxic Avenger before that, so it didn't feel quite as new to me, even though there is some newness with this figure. And then the Radiation Ranger just being kind of a generic trooper, not a lot to him. Not that I have a lot of memories, deep memories of these 2 characters. I just, between these 3, I'm going to go Junkyard first, Toxie second, and then the Radiation Ranger third, because guess what? Somebody's got to be in last place, don't they, at the end of the day? But a fun little subline, and like I've said in the other videos, I feel like you could really easily put these with your Ninja Turtles, things like that of the Super 7 variety. They would fit in with some of those guys. Put them with Muckman, things like that. It's just another one of those sub-teams. It could be like the Punk Rock Frogs, something like that. Just, hey, we're putting these into the universe. And we see that in a lot of things over the years. We've seen Mask incorporated into the G.I. Joe universe. Why can't the Toxic Crusader be put into the Turtle universe? I just created it right now. Let's get that spin-off going. I'm here for it all day long. But definitely a fun wave. It'll be interesting to see if we do get a Series 2 from Super 7. I will be at PowerCon here, depending when you're watching this. Patreon members, you'll probably see this before anybody. I'll probably already be at PowerCon. We'll see what happens. But I might ask the Super 7 team, hey, what's the plan with Super 7 Ultimates Series 2 Toxic Crusaders? Is that going to be a thing? Haven't heard anything, and usually some of this stuff is announced. Unless I missed it, which very easily could have happened, but I'm here for some more, so we'll stay tuned and see what happens. But Radiation Ranger, not a bad day at the office for me, but what say you? You gonna pick this one up? You playing the long game? You passing? Did you even know these existed? Did you have the old school ones when you were a kid? Let me know in the comments down below. Of course, you made it this far. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bells. We got videos every single day. And we got even more content for you on Patreon, including early access to these videos. Best of all, you do support the channel. You can also support the channel at ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. Don't forget social media. Sir Paul64 on the X. _Kyle_Peterson on Instagram, and of course Threads. So for Super 7 Ultimates Series 1 Toxic Crusaders, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.